Hey job seekers, Jennifer Tardy here, your career success coach, and welcome back for another episode on the Career Success channel for UPs. And in today's video, we're talking all about salary negotiation after you receive an offer. Now, this may seem scary, especially if you're thinking that it could jeopardize your chances for getting the offer. Maybe you're thinking that you don't know what to ask for or how to ask for it, or you just don't want them to look at you as being greedy. But no fears, no worries. I'm going to walk you through that process, and I'm going to help to show you why it's completely acceptable to negotiate your offer. And don't forget to stay tuned all the way through to the very end as we get to my favorite segment, which is the Career Success bonus tip for underrepresented populations, or UPs. All right, I'll see you on the other side. Now, you've heard me say again and again in previous videos that for far too long, our salaries have been on pause, and we're not a victim. It's been our finger on the pause button. I want to make sure that you know all about how to get your pay right, how to get the pay that you deserve. So if you're deciding, or if you're thinking that you want to work with me, I have a brand new course called Press Play on Your Pay. And if you're interested in knowing more about that course, just go to jennifertardy.com/salary and you'll see the information there for you. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. So now you've received your offer letter, it's in hand. You want to know how to negotiate. Well, tip number one for today is to make sure that you go back and watch my previous videos around salary, especially the video of last week, which is all about the opportunities to negotiate your salary throughout the interviewing process, because it's going to give you some key details, some key nuggets that you can incorporate as you are now receiving the offer and thinking about negotiating. Tip number two, when you're ready to negotiate your offer, think in terms of offer, not just salary. So many people get caught up in the whole notion of getting the pay, getting the specific dollar amount right, that they forget that there are loads of other things that you can also work to negotiate inside of your total offer letter. Is it vacation that's of interest to you? Is it flex work time that's of interest to you? Maybe their budget for that salary is as high as they can go, but think about other things that are just as important to you. That is really important to know first what you desire before you even get into the offer negotiation stage. So tip number two is to think in addition to salary, thinking about the total offer and what can be negotiated by thinking about what's important to you. Tip number three, if you're negotiating specifically your salary, frame your message in terms of the market research that you've done. Let the employer and or the recruiter know that you've done your research on the market and you have a better understanding what your peers in this industry are earning to do this same work that you're going to be doing. And this is what you find that the typical salary is in the market, and you'd like something in this arena or in this range right here. I've actually talked about how to get the pay that you deserve and what it means to look at market pay. And if you go check out a previous video that I've done, which is all about getting the pay that you deserve, you'll see that information there where I'm talking about framed messaging. So a quick pause, because I want to get a conversation started here. Let's go back up to tip number two for a second. And have you ever decided that, okay, I'm not going to really focus on salary when negotiating this offer. I actually want to focus in other areas. What other areas of your overall offer did you decide to focus on? Was it something like vacation? Was it stock options? Was it a signing bonus? Was it a performance bonus, a retention bonus? What did you decide to focus on? I'm very curious. Tell me below in the comment section. Leave a comment for me. Tip number 4, when you're negotiating your offer, speak in terms of making you whole again. Now, for those of you who may feel like asking for something that wasn't already offered to you can make you appear greedy, this is a really good way, a really unique way of working around it. And so let's use, for example, vacation days. Let's say that you want to ask for more vacation days and you want to put it in terms of making you whole again. Here's how you do it. If you are currently where you're employed making 4 weeks or earning or accruing 4 weeks of vacation annually, but in your new offer letter, they're only offering you the standard 2 weeks of vacation. It is completely acceptable to say to the employer that as much as you'd love to accept this job opportunity, you fear that you'll have to cut 2 weeks of vacation that you earned through your loyalty at your current company. Is there a way that they can make you whole again by adding on 2 additional weeks of vacation? And people do it all the time. And so if you use that whole notion of making you whole again versus sounding like you're just asking for things, and it actually helps. And so sometimes when you're thinking about the whole notion of making you whole again, it's about placing your ask in context to how human you are, to what's human about you. And so going back to the vacation example, you were, as a human being, you're naturally loyal. You were loyal to this other employer. You earned, through your loyalty, you earned those 4 weeks. And so you like to be able to carry it over with you with this new employer. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. Tip number 5. Close the conversation with the recruiter or employer and say to them that if they were able to honor what you're asking for, that you would be happy to accept the offer today, no additional questions asked. And what I like about being able to close on this end is that most recruiters and most employers, they really want to be able to close this offer, know that it's done, and just keep it moving to whatever other positions they have to go about and fill. And so just by you saying you'd be willing to say yes today, and the employer or recruiter doesn't have to wait another 2 to 3 days to really hear what your answer is, they are more eager to consider giving you what you're asking for, as long as it's something that's realistic. So now we're moving on to my favorite segment, which is the career success bonus tip for underrepresented populations. And in this section, I do want to talk about something that's really important. Now, I know that many of us many of us have kind of stayed away from negotiating. And maybe we're like, okay, well, the salary that they're offering me, it's reasonable. It's okay. But I really want you to pause for a second and reflect on what is truly, truly important to you. If it's salary or if it's something that's outside of salary. Because I at least want you to negotiate the number one thing that's most important to you. But you also you must be honest with yourself about what is truly important to you. If you are, let's say in this example, if you are a single mom and you are solely responsible for being here and there and everywhere for your child or for your children, then maybe flexibility is uber important to you. If you already know that flexibility is uber important to you, do not suppress that information. Do not act like it is a-okay and you'll figure it out with an employer. If it's important to you, that is a conversation that you need to have with your employer before you go into accepting that position, before you start. And so with this career success bonus tip for UPs, I really, really want to urge you to not overlook, to not ignore, to not just glaze over what's important to you. At minimum, that one thing that's most important to you, have that courageous conversation with your employer before you accept the offer. Hey guys, thank you for sticking it out throughout this entire video. If you're watching this video at this point, I want to offer you a free gift, which is a downloadable free guide, 21 pieces of career advice for UPs or underrepresented populations. This gift is for you. You can find the link in the details section below. And in next week's video, I'm going to break down the difference between the two questions. What is your current salary and what is your desired salary? If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and click the bell because you will be alerted for when we have new videos posted, which is every Tuesday before noon. And as always, in order for us to become underrepresented no more, we must listen, engage, apply, repeat. Now, we must learn. I'm Jennifer Tardy. I'm your career success coach, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.